What is going on, YouTube? In today's episode of Rad Dad Life, it's a bittersweet one, sad one. It's kind of I don't know how to feel yet. I'm gonna take the Harley to Harley Davidson dealership. Ooh, that was a lot of D's. So we're gonna do the dealership. I'm gonna go to Huntington and see if I might actually trade in my Iron 83. I never intended to trade it in. Obviously, I wouldn't have put so much thought in customization into the bike if I ever wanted to. But I have been liking more of the touring, taking these longer bike rides. I still use it as a daily, but I take it on longer bike rides, and with 2-Up, it's definitely not as comfortable doing an all-day ride, and I found that out. It makes it harder for me, it makes it harder for the passengers, so 2-Up riding is definitely a lot harder to do. It's not saying it can't be done, but I am on the older side, and I know there's things you can do like better shots, but overall, I'm looking at the soft tails because their suspension, I hear really, really great things about them. They're bigger bikes, they're more comfortable, the seats are wider. I love the Saddleman seat, I love the way it looks, I like the way it feels, but it is more narrow. It actually is more narrow than my La Pera seat, so I definitely do feel, I guess hot spots is what they would call it, but like my butt starts to go numb in certain areas after about 45 minutes of riding, so you can imagine all day riding isn't the most comfortable, along with my passenger whose seat is a little bit more narrow. You can tell it's definitely not the most comfortable. And overall, I've always really liked the bigger bikes, and in a perfect world, I would definitely just have kept this bike and got a new one, but for space and money and stuff, I can't afford to do that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna think about trading in my Iron 83, my baby, but only if the price is right. I'm not gonna do it if they try to lowball me or if they try to give me nothing for this bike and don't give me anything dropped for the other bike. Like, it has to be I guess it has to be a perfect storm. Everything has to align for me to do it. Because obviously, I'm not 100% like, I'm not like, oh, I need to trade it in. I don't feel like that at all. But I definitely do feel like I want to go a little bit bigger. So hopefully, we'll see. Stay tuned.
Is it student driver?
The what?
Is it student driver?
I know, is that what that shit is? Rough. Let's go to Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware has all the screws. Not too heavy.
Is it?
Don't feel heavy. Feels pretty light. I think this is like 7 something. That's like 780.
Not much difference. Oh, yeah, the charging port too, huh?
Yeah, what is that for?
Triple charger?
Oh, for the triple. I ride the bike every goddamn day. I don't need to. The bike looks amazing. I love the bronze wheels. I really don't know why they went with stainless steel or chrome out here when everything else was blacked out. I mean, this is a pretty comfortable position already. It's not bad. I feel much higher on the bike. The clutch is further out than on my bike, that's for sure. I do like that I can hug the tank with my knees. Yeah, and I like the style. That's why it's comfortable. Yeah. That one's more comfortable.
I mean, I'm biased, but I have that bike. So.
This one?
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It looks great. I love it.
Yeah, you can do a lot to it.
Yeah, that too. Club style. Woo, I need to get Steven for this one. like crazy. Yeah.
This is the one, bro.
I know this one. God, I like the classic look to it. I like the long fenders.
Yeah, if you want performance, that's the one.
I know, and this is more my riding, more agile, more inspirited.
Oh, I am.
Yeah. So that's why I think I'll fit better with this one. But I like the comfort. Like God, you can't.
Solid, really solid.
Yeah.
Really good for like cross country trips.
Yeah, and that's exactly.
No, I mean, you can't go off for both, but it is a little bit. That's more for performance. This is more for like touring.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Woo, that gets hot. Damn, that's comfortable.
Because
The slant, yeah, I'm sure the slant doesn't help.
on mine, I had to put an extension.
A block? Oh, but that's so comfortable though. Damn, okay.
That's different. But then what's when you turn?
Yeah, okay. Ready? This is like, I'm a man, retired man. The floorboards are where it's at, man. They're comfortable. Damn, that's nice. Definitely has some picking up. Not as much torque. You can definitely notice that. 3 more cubic inches for the engine. God damn, it's like a lazy boy. You just sink into it. Yeah.
A little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely feel that torque. Just a little different, but I feel the difference. It's just comfortable. Yeah. Didn't know this is what floorboards felt like. You got plenty of power here too. I don't feel like need for any more power. I mean, you gotta notice the difference between the 117. But also, this is just very, very comfortable. Yeah, that was comfortable. Man, that's a rough one.
What's that?
That's a rough one.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Right, well, as you can see, I'm off of work, and look what's still waiting for me. My beautiful Sporty. I couldn't do it. I wanted to trade my bike in, but one thing, or multiple things. One, they try to lowball me on my trade-in and try to only offer me $2,000 for this bike, which is absolutely ridiculous because the upgrades itself are worth $2,000. Two, they tried to, I went in there for a manager, evidently it was a manager special. I saw Lowrider S, it was $15,000. I said, cool, that's the one I'm going to try to go get. I was excited, so I went in there. I said, oh, that's the manager special. There's certain criteria you need to meet. You need to put 30% down. And honestly, I wasn't willing or trying to put 30% down for $15,000. They came up to me, tell me they have all kinds of vouchers and coupons that could work with me. But really, at least that was for the new bikes, nothing for the actual pre-owned bikes, which they didn't clarify before I got there, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. Then 2 or 3 now, they try to sell me on new bikes because they say, oh, all the vouchers and coupons and all that stuff work on the new bikes only, and we can be more helpful or more lenient on the pricing. But they also marked up the price of the bike $7,000. They're trying to sell me a Lowrider S that's $26,000 when MSRP on Harley's website is $19,000. I get there's market adjustment, but I'm not paying $7,000 over market adjustment. And that's just ridiculous. So all those things considered, I ended up sticking with my Iron 883. I might probably still have it listed. I have it listed for $8,100. I think that's a pretty damn good deal for this bike and everything that you get for it and how fun this bike is. I'm not opposed to keeping this bike forever, but I'm also, looking at other options. So really quick, talking about the 2 bikes that I rode. I rode a 2024 Lowrider S, and then I rode a 2024 Heritage, so Softail Heritage. 2 entirely different bikes. Lowrider S is a sport cruiser. It's the fastest sport cruiser they make with the 117. I can't tell you exactly the numbers, but I know it has like 118 or something foot-pound of torque. Like, it is a torquey bike going. And you'll see my reactions. You can't really hear it too well because I don't have a microphone. It's just my GoPro on my helmet. But man, shifting between first and second, that thing slipped me out. Like, my butt slid off the seat. Like, it has so much pep and it is so fun. And it's a taller bike, so I have a better lean angle. Plus the way the tank is and the way the mid controls are, I just felt like I could really hug the tank with my knees. Obviously, this is a smaller tank, so I could still do that, but just naturally, without having to squeeze my legs together so much, I was able to hug the tank, which is a really, really cool feeling to hug the tank like that. Like, I really liked the ability to hug the tank with my legs, have mid controls, and just felt like I could really throw that bike around, and it had a lot of power, a lot of pep, and that was really fun to ride. And then I went to the Softail Heritage, and it was like I got on a lazy boy, like a recliner chair. Like, as soon as I sat down, I was like, this is comfortable. My butt felt good. Having the floorboards, man, I never knew how comfortable it was to have your feet actually rest on floorboards. And with the ape hangers that were like 12 inches, it was just a comfortable bike. It had the power, it had that torquiness, it had the 114, but like, it's a different mindset. Like, with the Heritage, I don't have the mindset of going fast, taking turns. Like, I had the mindset of just cruising. Like, it just, sitting on that bike just put you in that I'm ready to cruise mindset. And even if you had the power, I really don't know if I would use it, because you just want to coast. Like, you just feel so good on that bike. You just feel good. It was comfortable, so I really like the Heritage. But for my style of riding and the way I like to ride and the style of bikes, I like both bikes, but I definitely like the Lowrider S a little bit more. I like that I can make that I like that I can make the Lowrider S cruiser. I like that I can make it a touring bike. If you just put some saddlebags, a better fairing on, all of a sudden with those 2 attachments, it becomes a touring bike, because it still has a Softail platform, but it is more sport tuned. So that's why I geared more towards the Lowrider S over the Softail Heritage, because the Heritage is great. It has everything I need. Not the biggest fan of the forward controls, only because I'm a little bit shorter, and yes, I did reach them just fine. I was able to reach them just like that, but I just felt because it was forward control, I always wanted to look down and make sure my foot was where it needed to be. Where mid controls, I know my foot is where it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna miss this. So I like mid controls. I like the agility and the riding style of mid controls. So another reason why I like the Lowrider S. So I liked it because it is more versatile. I can put bags on it and a better fairing, and now I can tour anywhere I want to go. It's way torquier, way funner, and that's more my style of riding, more peppy, more spirited riding. And 3, I like the forward controls. I like the forward controls because I just feel like I can really get in with the bike. It had a higher lean angle, just overall more my style of bike. But at the end of the day, I didn't go with any of them because the price was not right, and if it's not right, I'm not willing to make a commitment on something that I'm going to have to pay months and months and years for. So I'm staying with this. I still will list it for sale. If the price is right, I'll sell it and use that money for a down payment on a Lowrider S. But that's only if it all works out, if all my stars align. Alright, well, thanks for watching the video, guys. That was my first time ever riding another bike besides an Iron 83. I've ridden for 12 years, and I've ridden 3 different Iron 883s. I rode my nephew's Sport Street Bob for a little bit, like maybe all of 2 minutes, 3, 4, or maybe like 5 minutes. I really didn't get the feel of it. Now I know why they say like this feels like an authentic bike, because it shakes, it rattles, it revs, everything makes it feel authentic. But man, getting on a modern bike that's torquey or peppy or more modern, it just felt better. And that's why I kind of want to pull the trigger. I really like that soft tail platform. I'm really sold on it. But I'm also still loving this bike. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do read them all. I do reply them all. And as always, have a rad day, guys.